the heart. Peaceful blessings to you. Thank you for joining me. If you don't know already, I'm Nancy. This is Shamanic Heartspace. And in this episode, I'm going to be talking to you, doing an energy reading for the upcoming Capricorn full moon, supermoon energy, which you may or may not be feeling already. So let's just take a few moments to get a little bit grounded, a little bit present, because things have been happening fast. I wouldn't be surprised if you have been processing things very quickly, deaths and rebirths very quickly, surprising yourself just how fast things are moving for you and noticing how much you've changed. So it can be very grounding just to take some deep breaths. It doesn't have to be more complicated than that. Whether you're at home or out and about, just breathing. I'd just like to remind you that I'm just a guide. I'm channeling this information, which means it just comes to me magically from nowhere. I'm not an astrologer, but what's important is what resonates for you and what messages come through for you while you're listening. So once again, thank you very much for being here, and I hope that you find whatever comes through useful and a helpful guide for maybe what you've been going through or what you are going through or what may come up for you as we move forward. So while you're breathing there, just following the sound of my voice, I really want to thank everyone who came to the events that I co-hosted while I was in London. So massive shout out to those wonderful people that I worked with and those that helped me hold space. It was really wonderful. I'll put a link to those people in the show notes. You might want to check them out. They have amazing gifts and offer services for your healing path. So go and check them out. I'm going to be going back to the Amazon very, very, very soon. I'm surprised how quickly the time has gone, me being in London, but how much has changed in that time. So in just a couple of weeks, it's been amazing. Not always easy, but you just got to surrender and go with the flow. I have got plans for 2024, so please make sure that you're on the mailing list or the texting list so that you don't miss out. The tickets for these events that I just did sold out like within hours. And also, if you want a one-to-one with me, you book that early because I've got waiting lists for everything. I don't want you to miss out. So either email me, nancy@shamanicheartspace.org, or get on those mailing lists, please. Alright, I'm starting to feel the energy coming for me now. I've been putting off doing this channel because I really needed a rest. You've probably been feeling the same. Alright, so take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Alright, so I'm just asking for a reading on the Capricorn full moon. It's very strong energy, probably because it's supermoon energy, but there must be a lot going on in the chart as well. Okay, actually showing me a chart. Okay, we're halfway through the year meeting Capricorn again. And as this is a supermoon, we can really expect heightened and strong emotions in some areas. Culminations, closure, endings, things coming to light. Perhaps issues around power, control, structure, authority, how you feel about your freedom. Okay, this is moving very fast. They're showing me images, so I'm just trying to slow down the images. It's like a film being fast forwarded. Okay, so this is a really great time for being able to see through any illusions. So yes, hence truths coming out. And with this, a kind of slowing down is necessary. Maybe people from the past or behaviors from the past could return to go over old ground to make sure that lessons were learned and really cleaned. I like to use the word cleaned instead of healed from the various different energy bodies that we have. Okay, so you might feel like exploding at times, but this is a great time for reflection. So instead of putting yourself out there on the front line to explode, and bear in mind other people might want to be exploding as well, maybe going inward a bit, spending time alone, reflecting. Okay, showing me last January, I'm assuming. I'm just trying to get a read on this. Okay, so, yeah, of course, perfect time to review where you were in January 2023. I'm ending up moving more into one-to-one reading. I only tend to do collective. I choose to do collective, but sometimes they're showing me things for somebody else. That's why I'm laughing. Anyway, okay, so where were you in January 2023? Did you have your intentions, your resolutions, all of that stuff for this year? So how is that looking for you? And how have you changed? And has anything happened to you recently that's given you the signal, perhaps, that maybe it's time to course correct? Maybe you've been feeling a bit of a fire underneath you, that it's time to change your direction, correct course. If you're one for writing, get writing. To get things out, they're saying to get things out of the energy of the mind, manifest through writing, can help to bring more clarity. Okay. Right, so this moon, hopefully we'll literally be able to see it on the night around the time of this full moon. Big, bright. I can see it now with my as I'm time traveling. So this metaphorically is shining on something that you need to look at. Okay, something that's probably been buried quite deep. You've been keeping a secret, harboring for a while. You don't want to look at it. Just keep kicking that thing down the road. A truth, something that needs to be faced. So yeah, the metaphor of the image of the big moon shining into the darkest parts of ourselves. Cool, no? Okay, so potentially bringing structure where it's needed. So this doesn't feel like an imposition of structures, which I thought it did at first, and I started to panic because I'm not into it. But yeah, maybe things have just been a little bit free and loose for you, and you need to set a few things within boundaries. You know, things like, I'm going to go to bed at this time, I'm going to eat at this time, I'm going to make sure I drink the water, whatever it is. So that you can take intentional steps and finding ways to build new things. So this can be tangible and not tangible. As not necessarily talking about buildings, but that's possible. But this is about building things. How do we say it? energetically. Building new things, relationships. There's a lot of love. There's a lot of love in the air. This is the best way to heal things, to clean things, to forgive, compassion, all these things. So yeah, maybe potentially relationships in all forms. All right, so woven into this are opportunities to discover aspects of your own integrity. This is something that's immensely important to me, actually. But as we're always growing, as we're always changing, it's great to be able to check in and check where our integrity is, our authenticity, what we will stand for and what we just simply cannot compromise because it goes against our hearts, our souls. So there may be a test there. Okay. Even new energy around strategizing. I'm just trying to understand this message, like planning. Okay, so if you're into manifesting, this is a time ripe for manifesting. If you can really lean into how you want to build in structure, take intentional steps to creating what you want to create, seeing where your integrity is, and yes, strategizing even. It's really important to be very clear, very grounded, very present. So if you've been feeling like a wandering soul, maybe just seeing what's going to happen, or even led by fear, led off on a merry dance. This is a time to get back into your driving seat. So potentially cleaning up any messes, tying up loose ends, maybe especially with the masculine energy. Some might call that the divine masculine, but the fathers, brothers, lovers within yourself as well. Maybe saying some things that need to be said, doing some things that need to be done, cutting some ties, just to reclaim yourself, reclaim all of your energy, draw it back to you. So I'm seeing a lot of people being really courageous and just saying, no, you sit down and listen to me now. This is my voice, this is how I feel, and you're just going to shut up and listen to me. And that might be new for a lot of people. Okay, so I'm getting clear audience. So they're saying to me, you have choices. And that might not feel like it, but you do. So the question that's coming is, are you going to keep on doing the same thing? Or are you going to pave a new pathway? So, being really honest with yourself. And really picking up that a lot of people are feeling the need for change, and that can often look like traveling, change of direction with work, change of direction with relationships, even how relationships are structured. So so like reality checking yourself as in what's going well and what is not going well, and finding the courage to really release what doesn't serve you. So this could very well come in the form of writing a letter or an email or saying to somebody, I need to share this with you. And it's not about how they respond, it's about how you release that and let that go. Really feeling that in my heart. If that's you, I love you, okay? Good for you. Okay, so we're coming back to choices now. and about self-empowerment. All the work I do with others and with myself actually is about this empowerment, empowering yourself. No one is going to be able to do that for you. There's a real strong connection here with the voice. It's the spirit of Guacamayo, the parrot. Okay, cool, anyway. Maybe singing also. I don't really have any more context for that, so take it if it's for you. But yeah, empowerment, and especially through the voice. And that kind of victim mentality can be sneaky. We don't realise we're being a victim, but the message is, yeah, don't be a victim. Remember that things are not happening to you, they're happening for you. And even if you don't feel like it right now, you are a warrior for the highest good of all. You are a warrior of the highest order of love. And it sounds like an oxymoron to say this, a warrior of love, but I really feel like that. I hope that resonates with you too. We're in this together. Yeah, okay. Death and rebirth. Death and rebirth. So it's necessary. It's just really necessary to clean out of the various energy bodies, fields that we have, to clean stuff out. It's really time to let some things go. And there's a lot of contemplation to be had, but the knack here is to sink into the heart, not into the mind, because the mind will mislead you. The mind has an agenda, and the heart just knows. So sit in that heart space. Okay, I'm getting an image now of being in the sea, in the water. Okay, so this is about light, high frequencies, light that's raining or beaming down on the planet. So I can see like sparkles shimmering in the water, and like mermaids. This is a new visual for me. Sometimes I get the same sorts of visuals to interpret, but this is a new one. So water is connected with emotions. Water always finds a way. It just surrenders. It's, go with the flow. But the higher frequency flow. And this is how you really connect with your own inner sovereign being, your own authority. This image is about photonic light. Okay, one second, hang on, let me just get a read on this. 12,000. Okay, so it's saying to me, blocking my voice. Maybe I'm not meant to share it, but I don't think they'd tell me if I wasn't supposed to share it. Okay, so we haven't had this for over 12,000 years. So if you're feeling weird in your in your body, this is why, because there's photonic light codes activating DNA parts of us in ways that have not even been heard of, experienced, nada, for 12,000 years. So with that, all that to say, please make sure you take care of yourself. Water, fruit, vegetables, not too much sugar, coffee, red meat. Rest, sleep. Give yourself time to process, to purge, to grieve. And then you make the space for the new things to come in. And there's an awful lot of wonderful things about to burst through for you. Thank you so much for being here and for listening. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much to all of the subscribers that make the free episodes possible as well. And I just want to wish you a wonderful Capricorn super full moon. Please do check out the show notes if you want to know more about how to work with me, if you want to come out and work with ayahuasca in Peru. Next time you hear from me, I'll be back there. And yeah, if you just want to keep up to date with what I'm doing, you want to work with Kambo, various plant medicines, different types of energy healing. I've been working shamanically, you might call it, for 23 years. And yeah, it's an honour to be in service to you. I look forward to connecting with you. So from my heart to yours, sending you cosmic rainbow love rays, and I can't wait to see you soon. Take care.